100 of the greatest science fiction movies, man, as dictated by me, your boy C, the host of most of the things right here on the Pop Riga Network, man. We're back, still talking about science fiction, talking about my list of 100, ranked them from 100 to 1. We're talking one a day for the first 100 days of the year 2022. Yesterday we talked about number, what was that, 49 on the list? Looper? The Rian Johnson joint? When Looper came out, I was like, oh man, they gave this dude a Star Wars movie. That shit's about to be dope. And then the world imploded on itself. But if you haven't checked out Looper before, I don't know what's wrong with you, man. It is, I guess it is a time travel movie as the old person goes back to confront the young person. But it's a lot more than just a time travel movie. Let me put it that to you like that. So go ahead and check out Looper. Check out that podcast today. Today, oh boy, let me tell you, it's going to be a rough one, you know. Today's number 48 on the list, man. And it is, what would that be, our second? Don't quote me on that, but off the top of my head, I think this is our second Spielberg movie. The first one was War of the Worlds, way down there in like the 70s or the 80s or something like that. I don't think we've had any Spielberg since then. But today we're talking about E.T. the Extraterrestrial, man. He is afraid. He is alone. He is 3 million light years from home. All right, we're going to give that tagline like an A-. It rides that A-B+ line, but we're going to round up because it's Spielberg. After a gentle alien becomes stranded on Earth, the being is discovered and befriended by a young boy named Elliot. Bringing the extraterrestrial into his suburban California house, Elliot introduces E.T., as the alien is dubbed, to his brother and his little sister Gertie, and the children decide to keep its existence a secret. Soon, however, E.T. falls ill, resulting in government intervention in a dire situation for both Elliot and the alien. I've never been super high on this movie. The only reason I put it as high as I did at number 48 on the list is I didn't want the world to riot against me, as if they're not already rioting against me for the rest of this list. E.T. just never did it for me, man. This comes during that run of Spielberg magic, right? What year is E.T.? 82? So yeah, he's still got a little bit of magic, man. Close Encounters was what, like 75? No, Jaws was 75. Close Encounters was 77, somewhere around there. I don't know. I can't remember. 77, I think is what. Yeah, same year as Star Wars. Close Encounters, about 5 years prior, you had E.T. during this time frame. I feel there's something else that was happening around this time. I think Indiana Jones might have dropped somewhere in here. So like Spielberg, this is part of the Spielberg magic run. When people talk about Spielberg magic, this movie is one of the movies that we're talking about, and it kind of ends with his. Actually, no, he keeps on going throughout. I think he's got at least one more Indiana Jones, and then he's got Jurassic Park. Like, my man had like a decade-long stretch, maybe even like 15-year-long stretch of just straight dopeness. Let's get back to E.T. Now, this is one of the good benign alien stories. Like, there's no threat. He's just a cat trying to get home. And, he knows how to revive things as well. Plants coming back to life and all that good shit. The intense bond. Spielberg knows children very well. That's something that he is intensely good at, is finding ways to weave in a good, strong children with story with children into a shit. You look at Close Encounters. Nah, I guess that really doesn't have a good one. That really doesn't have a good one. You look at like Hook, right? There you go. Hook's during the Spielberg like magic era. That's got some real good, strong children themes running through it, and as does E.T. the Extraterrestrial, as does Jurassic Park. Shit with Tim and Lex. Yeah, he's good at making you care about kids and seeing things from a kid's point of view, because kids do have a very magical view of the world, because the world has not beat them down and it hasn't made them jaded yet. Kids don't know what bills are. And seeing the world through the wondrous eyes of children is why we have such a thing as Spielberg magic. And that is sprinkled all throughout this movie. Of course, it is one of these seminal scenes with that John Williams score running underneath it, where they, where they ramp up with the bikes. E.T. lifts them up over all the feds with the walkie-talkies, with the guns, depending on what version you're watching. The silhouette against the moon, I think that's part of the poster, right? That John Williams score, that womp, 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 womp. You know what I'm talking about. It all comes together in what is number 48 on this list, E.T. Go ahead and check it out. If it's been a while, it had been a while for me. I rewatched it for the purposes of this podcast. Joint still holds up. In as much as I can enjoy it. It just never really connected me with how it connected with a lot of people, but there is still plenty of stuff there to love. So we'll be back in the 24 hours of the Earth Standard Time to keep talking about sci-fi movies. Until then, you all take it easy and have a good one.